Okay, so we are looking today at solving one-step variable equations. So, what is an equation? So it's a balanced statement of equality between two quantities. Very important that you see that it is balanced. So if we look at the number 4 plus 3 equals 7, we can see that if that was a weight and that was a fulcrum, which is something that it balances on, it would be equal because 4 plus 3 is 7. So that balances, and we've got to make sure that everything here balances. So the rules for solving linear equations, make sure you write this down, is number one, isolate the variable. We want the variable, the x or y, the p, the t, whatever it is, to be on its own. So we're isolating it, okay? So we're going to do whatever we can to make it on its own. And two, undo operations with their opposite operation. So write that down and you'll understand what it means. So if we add, we're going to do the opposite, which is subtract. If it's times, we're going to divide. If it's divided, we're going to times. Okay, so it's the complete opposite. And then three, always do the same thing to both sides of the equation. What you do to the left, you do to the right. So if you remember those three things, you'll be able to do this. So if we've got m plus 2, so what we're going to do first of all is we want to get that m completely on its own. So what we need to do is we need to get rid of that positive 2. What we do to get rid of it is we do the opposite of it. So if we've got plus 2, we're going to write underneath it, take 2, but then we have to do what the rule said, what we do on the one side, we have to do on the other side. So we're going to go take 2. So if we go underneath, plus 2 take 2, obviously you'd end up with nothing, okay? So then you just have the m, and 10 take 2 is 8. And I'd like it to be set out like this, please. Right, let's look at another one. X take 4 equals 6. So now we've got the take 4, which we want to get rid of. So what's the opposite of take 4? Plus 4. And then remember, we've got to add plus 4 onto the 6. So we go there. So now we've got the x on its own, and x is equal to 10. Right, over here we've got positive 7. So plus 7. What's the opposite of plus 7? Take 7. So now we put take 7 underneath, and 3 take 7 would give us negative 4. All right, let's look at the next one. We've got take 4. So what do we do with this one? Well, we've got to add 4. So we add 4, and m is equal to 13, making sure you do them on both sides. Here we've got, let me just move this thing out of the way, x plus y equals negative 6. So we want this y on its own. So it's 8 plus. So now we're going to go minus 8. Okay, take 8. So we go, oh, I must have left that one out. Okay, here we've got 11 equals x take negative 2. So before we can carry on, we've got a problem here because we've got two negatives next to each other, which we can't do. What do you do if you've got two negatives next to each other? It becomes a positive, doesn't it? So now we can carry on. Right, so now we've got x plus 2. We've got to get rid of that plus 2, so we're going to make it take 2. And we make it take 2, and there we've got 9 is equal to x. It doesn't matter if the x is on the other side, but if you want to, you can change it over and you can say x is equal to 9. It's still going to be correct. And this one, now we get to number 6. So we've got 8 plus y, so we're going to get rid of our 8. And how do we get rid of our 8? By going take 8. So here we go, take 8, and negative 6 take 8 will give us negative 14. So y is equal to negative 14. All right, now let's move on to different ones. So here we've got negative 4 plus x equals 15. So we know we're going to make that into a negative 4 plus x, so we're going to make it a positive 4. So plus 4, and we've now got x is equal to 19. Here we've got x plus 13, so we're going to take 13 on both sides. Okay, and we get a negative number. On this side, we've got 6 plus x, so we're going to go 6 minus and 6 minus, minus 6 and minus 6. There you go. So make sure you're working well with your positives and negatives. All right. If we look here, we've got m plus 9, so we're going to go take 9 and take 9. Okay, remember to show all the working out. This one, we've got x